coaching nearly, halfway through the season already. How would you look at what's happened so far?
Yeah, I think obviously we're going very well, which is great. But I think the overall standard of the competition's lifted as well, which is great. And the footy's exciting, and we try and take the game on in our games. And we got a great crowd at Henson last week, which was really, really good. It looks great when it's filling out, and I just think it's all heading in the right direction for us. And we've got a big month and a half coming up to really solidify where we finish on the ladder, and we've made pretty public that we want to make finals and we want to be there towards the end of the finals as well. So all on track at the moment, but of course very aware that we're just heading into round 5.
Do you continue to hone in on that? Like you said, you've made it loud and clear, or do you sort of taper back now and just go back to your processes, or how do you sort of go from here on out?
Yeah, we've taken it that it's step by step each round, and our focus is definitely on grand final eve and preparing for that. And should that happen, then we know that we're prepared for it. And that was more around not saying that our goal is preliminary final, but it's just preparing for it. So that if we're fortunate enough and good enough and play some finals and do make that, it's not going to be a shock to be there grand final eve. And yeah, we're on track, and we still talk about it, but we have broken each week down to a step, and each step is different based on who you're playing, where you're playing, the style of the game that we want to get a look at. So we're still trialling things. I'm sure each team is. But our programming from an S&C point of view and what we're trying within the team with moves and positional changes is all based around that we're heading for grand final eve.
Are you still sort of finding out what works best, or do you feel like with the run till now you've pretty much been able to keep that solid platform and move forward with that, or are you still making changes here and there?
Yeah, we're still making changes. We still feel we've got a way to go. There's a number of things we'd like to try in the next 4 weeks to be able to say that we've got enough up our sleeve. Should an opposition do this, we can fall back on that. So that's got a way to go yet. But we're starting to see the connection with the players. You've got to remember we had 9 new players to the squad, which is a lot in a squad of 30. And you can just start to see the synergy coming now. So that's really pleasing.
What are some other things that you put down to the success recently?
I think it's more to do with the way we train. We've completely changed the way we train, and we're really big on match simulation, but you can't just do match simulation, but we can break that down. So the way we move the ball, to how we set up for the field, to our contest shapes, to everything like that is done with everyone involved rather than breaking off into different groups. I think that's actually been an eye-opener for me as well. It's the first time I've ever done it, and it seems to be working really well, because what it does do, it builds connection that if you're off ball, you've still got a role to play in how you set the field up.
What about looking forward to Collingwood? What kind of challenge do they possess?
Yeah, well, Collingwood are a very experienced side. They're an inaugural team. They've been in form in that they haven't won many games. They've won the one game, but they were really competitive against Melbourne and North Melbourne, and that first quarter against North Melbourne last week was very good. And if you're able to hold North Melbourne defensively, that's probably their weapon. That's a really good feather to have in your cap. So I expect they'll try and stop our ball movement, and then we'll try and get that going off the back of our team defence. So I imagine it'll be a bit of a ping pong early on, and then it'll just be the team that can break away and actually score from that contest.
And do you look to continue to use the speed on the outside that you guys have been killing lately?
Yeah, we do. That's our weapon. That's our one wood. And no matter what we do, we'll always try and get speed on the ball. And it just may look a little bit different week to week, whether we go wide, as we did on the weekend. We played boundary lane and wing lane because we thought that was the best method to beat Freo. But we're also happy to go through the corridor as well. So it's getting those methods right and the balance of when to turn that on and off.
Any minor changes or any personnel?
Yeah, so we've got our session. We're just heading out for our session now. So we're going to try and get Amelia Martin back in the team. We've just got to finalise that. But she was very unlucky to go back out after the Geelong game, and it's a good thing. It's a problem to have, but it is a good problem to have in that we've got a number of players that are in form playing in the scrimmages, and it's just can't get them into the team. It's a great problem to have.
Amelia, what do you like about her so much?
Well, Amelia's she's been in our system in that she's in the academy, so she knows the way we structure up game plan wise, And then the other part of it is just her speed and her agility in the forward line for someone that's quite a key position, I suppose. And the other thing is she's just a beautiful kick. She's very clean with marking and she kicks accurately. So that's a big thing. We haven't kicked accurately this year, so it's really important that we do that.